YouTube, welcome back. Dub Digital Crypto News, Macro Trends. Give me a subscribe if you appreciate that content. I'm trying to bring you the hottest crypto content on the internet by popular demand. We're gonna go over Haven Protocol, aka XHV. What you know about XHV? Probably not much. Now guys, if you find yourself in that category, it's not all bad news. You follow the Dub Digital channel. We're gonna get into all of that. We're gonna go over the price action, but most importantly, after the TA, we're gonna go into the FA, the fundamental analysis that makes it all up. We're gonna dive deep into XHV, Haven Protocol, understand what it is, understand the value proposition, and why people are calling this crypto an offshore vault. Yeah, a digital offshore vault. Like the sound of that? I know I do, but you know what? I'm doing way too much talking. Let's get into the charts. All right, guys, we're sitting out here on the XHV BTC pair, because you know I love those Satoshis, baby. As I always do, let's go ahead and do a quick recap on this asset to try to understand what it's gone through, and that way we could better predict what might happen towards the future. So guys, look, Haven has been around since like late 2018. October 2018 was a bad time for crypto, buddy. Getting released into the bear market, everything was bleeding. Bitcoin was bleeding, your favorite altcoins were bleeding, everything. XHV took a big hit. This thing tanked, took a discount, took a haircut, fell down about 81%. I hate it. With my teens XHV bags up bleeding. Over the next month into November 2018, XHV bounced up approximately 280% and has stayed below that point for the last 750 days. And at the lowest point of the structure, XHV proceeded to dump around 98%. Dang, those bag holders lost a lot of money. Now guys, if you've been investing XHV around this time frame here, that 98% drop is enough to make anyone want to sleep on the couch and drink vodka for dinner. But always remember, guys, even though an asset can perform poorly for a period of time, it doesn't mean it's going to be a poor performer forever. All depends when you get in. Exactly why I tell you buy low, sell high. But I've been beating a dead horse on that. We ain't going to get into that here. What we are going to get into is a recent price action of XHV, minding its own damn business, crawling on the bottom with the snails, with the slugs, doing nothing. 300 days past, nothing. 400 days past, and when it starts to approach 400 days suppressed on this bottom, XHV blows up, y'all. Flies to the sky, to the eagles, to the moon, on the moon base. Guys, this was a 523% pump. Then the asset proceeded to drop about 70%. Just for fun, guys, let's throw a Fibonacci retracement sequence on this. Whenever you see an asset correct around 70%, that means you have penetrated the 61.8 Fibonacci level, aka the golden pocket. And as you see here, and as you see right here, we had a bunch of people buying it up, buying the dip. It then had a secondary pump up, not as high, about 170% should you have bought that bottom. And over the last 74 days, this thing has proceeded to drop from that high 51%. Okay guys, we're done with the boring part. Chill. After analyzing this chart, I then drew a wedge, so it's slightly descending. Now guys, descending triangles typically can break to the downside, but let's analyze this investment from a risk perspective. Let's just assume that no significant volume comes in to push up this asset again and it keeps bleeding down and violates the size of the triangle. Let's see just how far the asset could fall towards the bottom of the structure, because that is what I'm considering the worst case scenario. Should this asset just completely collapse and fall back onto its lows, we have another 91% drop to occur. But if you're a fan of this channel, and if you're a fan of macro investing, we like to concentrate on asymmetric risk. More specifically, positive asymmetric risk. Dub Digital, what the heck is positive asymmetric risk? I'm glad you asked that question. Let me put it to you like this. You know how I said at the current price action of 11,731 Satoshis that it can go down another 91%? That would take us down to the 768 Satoshi level. But I'm also looking at what I can gain on this because I'm a wolf, and this is the wolf pack. Just back to all-time highs. Just back to price discovery, guys, which is really when the real fun begins. We're looking at 534% upside. 91% downside, 534% upside. It's up to you. It all depends on what possibility and what scenario you rather prefer to feed in your mind. But hey, I'm getting away from the point. Let's get back to it. So guys, allow me to chalk up this chart here, looking at points of resistance that I can identify should this asset break down, to give us a little guidance of what is a good deal, to give us a little more guidance to understand what's a good deal, what's a great deal, and what's picking something up on the cheap. Let's chop it up. Here we go, guys. I went ahead and chalked this sucker up. Let me read you the levels, tell you a little bit of what these colors are if you haven't seen my chart before. So basically, I look at points of resistance and then just draw lines where I think that these things can break through should they start collapsing on us here. At the light green area, I have the 11,461 Satoshi area. That's assuming XHV does not collapse and is essentially performing a resistance support flip, which really hasn't been held above since April 2019. The light green area is ending at 9,303 Satoshis. The middle green area also starts at that point and ends at the 6,021 Satoshi level. And then anything below that is what I'm considering on the cheap. And that means basically this whole structure, this blow up of 600% evaporated for whatever reason, broke this triangle structure. Bitcoin's going on a tear, stock market crashes. For any one of those reasons, not financial advice, but I think that is a deal. And that's just the name of the game, y'all. If I could sit here and predict everything to you perfectly every single time, I should just quit this right now and go read Palm. Dub Digital, why did you draw these like dotted lines right here? What does that mean, bro? Almost forgot about that. Let me get to it. I also analyzed bottom trend lines on a structure. If you know one thing about parabolic moves, if you analyze the increasing angle of that trend line, that will give you some understanding and some foresight to see if the asset's trying to go up, about to pop on you. It's hard to tell right now, guys, but I am noticing the fact that XHV over time has been lifting off of this line. We'll see this thing start to lift up, making higher lows and higher highs. And at that point, we'll have to change our mind regarding this structure. Just for fun, let's go ahead and do a measured move. Let's go ahead and see what's ultimately coming for Haven Protocol in the midterm, because we already know what's coming for Haven Protocol in the long term. Height of the triangle, measured from area of expected breakout, multi-hundreds%, just like it did here and just like it did here. But until we get enough data, we ain't gonna act like Miss Cleo. Do I look like a mind reader to you? Sitting here reading your palm? Nah, so we ain't gonna do it. But you know what we can do? After the TA comes the FA. We get the TA and the FA and we mix it all up. Dub Digital, I've been watching this video the whole dang time and you still haven't told me what the heck Haven Protocol is, bro. Here we go, guys. I pulled up havenprotocol.org. You can find the link in the description below in this video. First words, private money. I like things that are private and I love money. Haven XHV is an ecosystem of digital assets with accounts only you can access, balances only you can view, and transactions only you control. Thank goodness, guys. I don't know if you've been keeping up with crypto news, but this is a problem. Governments are going around, governments all over the world are demanding exchanges to provide them information on people purchasing crypto over certain amounts of money. And did you guys hear about that rumor of the US Treasury wanting to get KYC or know your customer information on every single person that withdraws crypto or money? That is crazy. That is a huge overreach. That is not what crypto was made for. If you believe in the ethos of OG crypto and you appreciate your privacy and your autonomy, you could think of Haven Protocol very much like a private offshore vault that no one knows that you have, but you could diversify your assets within synthetic assets all from your wallet. You like that? I know I do. An offshore bank without banks. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Haven XHV enables anyone, anywhere, to convert, store, transfer assets directly from their vault without middlemen, custodians, or third parties. It's private. Haven is based on Monero, giving every asset within the ecosystem world-class privacy. Stable. Haven provides a range of synthetic fiat currencies and digital assets, enabling commerce and portfolio diversification and money. Haven enables you to store, convert, and transact in the form of money you prefer, whether it's XUSD, XCNY, or X gold. Whoa, based on Monero, one of the top leading privacy coins ever to hit the crypto space, and you could diversify between different asset classes like gold? But Dub Digital, aren't there a bunch of these protocols that are trying to have synthetic assets like organics or synthetics? Looks like you're well read on the crypto space, guys. But the one aspect I find very compelling in Haven Protocol that none of those other synthetic asset protocols offer: complete privacy, unless they're able to crack Monero encryption. That's what I like to hear, and that's what I like to see. Algorithmic, decentralized, infinite liquidity, low fees, no middlemen, and financial privacy. You know what? We can keep talking about it, guys. We could talk about it all day, but they say a picture's worth 1,000 words, right? Let's go ahead and watch this video right here.
What is Haven? Haven is an ecosystem of private stablecoins. All transactions on Haven Network are completely private. Haven uses Monero privacy features, including stealth addresses and untraceable transactions. Every stablecoin on the Haven network is created using Haven's base currency, XHV. XHV serves as the collateral for Haven's private stablecoins. The first private stablecoin launched on Haven's network is XUSD. Future private stablecoins will include XGold, XEuro, and many more. After you purchase XHV on an exchange, you can store it in your private wallet, called the Haven Vault. Once stored in your vault, XHV can be instantly exchanged for any of Haven's private stablecoins. Here's how it works. When you decide to exchange XHV for XUSD, your XHV is destroyed or burned. Then the dollar value of your XHV is instantly converted or minted to XUSD in your private vault. The amount of XUSD you receive is determined by the market price of XHV at the time of your exchange.
Alright y'all, cut that video short, but you get the gist. This is essentially an ecosystem that runs on Monero that keeps your transactions private, switching in and out of different commodities in a private way and an untraceable way. We essentially have XHV, which is the Haven Protocol's base currency, and operates in the ecosystem as a form of collateral and can be minted into either XUSD, which is the first fiat currency, and in future iterations of the protocol, there will be something called X assets that will be introduced. They are essentially synthetic assets that will track the price action of the underlying physical real asset, just like we have derivatives of today. But Digital, you said this was a digital offshore vault. Well, let me see the vault. Let's get to it. So guys, just looking at this desktop version of the Haven Protocol vault, essentially 4 tabs that you can manage your wealth with: assets, convert, transfer, and well, okay, settings as account. This looks like pretty user-friendly way to switch in and out of different commodities right from the safety of your own digital vault. Theme, the look, private keys, seed phrases, all that good stuff. All right, you guys got the hint. Let's get off of this sucker. And guys, unless you've been living under a rock, Haven Protocol has been going through some things for the last 2 years. And actually, the development team that started this whole thing was completely different 2 years ago. Without getting too in the weeds, essentially what happened was these guys who started this project ran into some very big technical hiccups. They were so significant, they were pretty much at a loss for what to do. And instead of asking for help, reaching out to the community, they essentially liquidated a lot of the funds from the project and took off. The people you see on the screen here are the community members and developers that stepped in to save the project. So these guys basically got handed a poop sandwich and they turned it into gold. That's what I like to see. The community rallying together to pick a project up off a death's door. And something to remember, guys, this coin had no pre-mine. They only exist on a 5% treasury draw from the block rewards. It keeps the developers developing and the people who work on the project working on the project. But you know what, guys? All that's water under the bridge. Let's go ahead and read into the roadmap. See what's coming for Haven Protocol in the future. Integration of Chainlink Oracle to monitor the value of XUSD. Q2, more stuff about XUSD that's been completed because XUSD is now live in Haven Protocol. And guys, on July 20th, 2020, the launch of XUSD occurred on the mainnet. And this was essentially the world's first private stablecoin. This is essentially cash digitally because every well-known stablecoin can be tracked. Where big countries, big institutions are able to put freezes on stablecoin accounts, man. If someone could just reach out and push a button and stop you from spending your money, and you lose your house and your dog, and then you gotta sleep on the couch and drink vodka for dinner. It's no good. It's definitely not good for anyone who likes crypto, that's for sure. Multi-asset integration, X gold, X silver, X euro, X whatever that is coming. WooCommerce integration. They're working on a web vault so you could actually do things within your browser. I'm looking forward to developments on this one. But Digital, how the heck are they gonna get all the prices for all these synthetic assets in here in a decentralized way? Hold up, guys, let me get to it. Dang. Dated November 5th, 2020. We are pleased to announce that Haven has partnered with BAN Protocol to integrate an additional decentralized Oracle price feed into the Haven network. BAN Protocol will initially provide a USD price feed for XHV to allow for in-vault conversions to XUSD. We are already working closely with BAN Protocol to integrate and test additional price feeds for our upcoming assets. They talking Chainlink, they talking BAN Protocol, the first private stablecoin in the world, and an equally private ecosystem to go back and forth between synthetic currencies, synthetic assets, and collateral assets, which is XHV. All right, guys, want to bring you a quick one on Haven Protocol. One of my followers brought this to my attention. I said, this is hot. I got to share this one. XUSD, X gold, X silver, so on and so forth. Yeah, I went through some hard times, but hey, you don't got to like the project, man. Y'all are adults. If you appreciate the content, give me a like, comment, subscribe, Digital. Crypto news, macro trends. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.